What is up, everyone? As you can obviously tell from the background, I am not in my car. I am currently still at a place. I'm over just house sitting for my cousin still, just trying to get everything situated and stuff like that. I'm trying to like get like these variable gigs have definitely kind of been a lifesaver. So it really kind of having getting being able to get money on a daily basis is so satisfying. So there's that. The goal now ultimately is to just still try to work towards getting a job and just getting some steady income, because the thing about variable is that like while a variable is reliable, it's still I still it's like once that week is over, that week is over. You see what I'm saying? Or once that day is over, that day is over. So it's a lot like so. There's a lot that kind of goes into the there's a lot that goes into the establishment that I'm just trying to get into, and I'm just used to having a job. So there's that. Um, but while I am here, once again, I try to clean up. I try to keep myself steady. I try to keep my, I help take care of things here when they're not here. But I do know that it's definitely I truly do believe that like at some point they're going to get a little tired of an extra person in their household. So I get that, and I was like, I'm trying to get out as soon as possible. Just give me some time. There's a whole family living here. My hands are still fat. I am not okay with this. Um, I recently talked about the Lizzo controversy in my podcast. I want to go ahead and take this time to point out and plug my podcast a little bit. Uh, I do have one. I've had a podcast for some years now. Uh, I purposely try to avoid and ignore relationship issues, gender discussions and stuff like that, because I don't believe that these are meaningful and relevant conversations, because people are too complicated to like try to make them sort of follow a certain aspect of things. I try my best to get people like my podcast is mostly going to be about my podcast is going to mostly be about like politics, or just me ranting about things or stuff like that. And like I don't really care. Like I care more about politics than I do about entertainment stuff, because the worst thing that could happen in entertainment is an entertainer just stops entertaining. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the worst thing that could happen in politics is white supremacy becoming fully legal and slavery becoming, I don't know, reenacted or something. So we kind of just have to. I mean, it's like priorities, people. The Lizzo controversy is bad. You know what I mean? But the Lizzo controversy is basically a loss for Lizzo. It's not a win for fatphobia. It's you should still love yourself no matter how you look. You should still like nobody should ever make you feel bad about yourself because of how you look. And that was the message that Lizzo was portraying at the time. So I feel like that's something that we should keep, even if she herself has done something bad. So there's that. Moving along, uh, you know, also there has been a bit of a ruckus going on with this thing that happened in Montgomery, Alabama. It seemed like a racially motivated brawl, so to speak. And and I want to just take this time to point out real quick that it's very, as a black person, as a black man in America, it's very sobering to see black people come together to challenge this atrocity. I'm not a fan of fight videos at all. I'm not a fan of fighting, like unless there's a flip or a fireball involved. I don't care that much about fighting in general. You know what I mean? So like it does. So but it is satisfying to know that after years of seeing videos of black people fight other black people shoot other black people harm other black people, it's very sobering to know that black people actually managed to get together to challenge these white people who were being equally as violent and belligerent, and just challenging it in the most forceful and strongest way possible is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. Like I'm not that kind of person who can watch a fist fight and go, he got me there. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. But I will say, yeah, I get it. So and the thing, and like according to somebody who was like studying up the area, that specific area that the fight happened at was at a place where black children were separated from their parents during slavery. So this is like a long time coming. So it's beautiful to kind of see that it's beautiful to see white supremacy get challenged in the most physical way possible. Now, personally, I will say this though. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of fight videos, and obviously there were parts up in there that got a little too violent for me. Like, first off, I believe that if somebody has their back turned on you, that means that they're escaping a fight. You don't. I feel like you don't attack someone who has their back turned, because if you do, that means that like that kind of, I don't know. For me, that's just an honor thing. So I did see a lot of that, and I also saw a situation where there was somebody who was already on the ground after being incapacitated get hit with a chair, and in my opinion, like I said, was that satisfying to watch? Probably so. But to me, it was like she's already on the ground, she's already beaten up. Why would you add on to that? It's just like, I don't know. It's just a lot that it was a lot that went into this, but it's a whole lot like that goes on in this whole scenario. But in my opinion, like I said, I feel like it was clearly racially motivated. But the fact that the black people weren't fighting among themselves and nobody got shot, and the cops got involved, but the cops got involved and like nobody was gratuitously harmed other than the supremacists. It's a beautiful thing, man. Like you rarely see that, and now, it's like seeing that in this capacity is like, yeah. Although I will say, and I hate to make this political, but y'all have to understand this happened in 2023. Next year is 2024. That's voting season. I can assure you that any racist who saw that video in Alabama is now like going through the political catalog and looking for the most racist, right wing, Republican, conservative, Trump supporting, God and guns in America. They're looking through the catalog to see who they can vote in to basically make racism legal again right now after seeing that video. I can assure you of that. So like, if we can band together, it's beautiful to see that we can band together to whoop behind. But we got to band together to make sure that these guys don't get any white lash, because white lash is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And political white lash is the most dangerous white lash of all. Yes, I am taking Van Jones' words. Yes, I am not a fan of Van Jones, but it makes sense it does make sense in context. It's like y'all really do need to understand that whenever black people get a win, white people come back with something even greater. So we have to be prepared for that, challenge that as well, and fight against it. Especially the people in Montgomery, Alabama. They're seeing that video right now and they're fuming about it. Like, you mean to tell me that we can't hurt them no more? Well, we're going to make it so that it's a law to do it. So that's something that you really just got to take into consideration here. This is what we're fighting against. If we can fight against that, we have to fight against the other thing too. Moving right along. I wanted to talk about the Jamie Foxx thing as well, but it's very clear that issue is kind of just sort of taking its own, form, and it's kind of set sail, because now people are like, oh my god, they didn't. So what you mean to tell me that they didn't clone him? Now I don't care anymore. It's like, shut up. The dude was sick. You know what I mean? The dude was sick. Be happy that he's not dead, especially considering the fact that there's so many people that are dead right now. It's kind of sad. Brought to you by water. It's good for me. It's good for you. It's just good. I really hate the fact that at some point that could actually be used as an actual catchphrase and nobody's going to be like, he said that first. I am currently also learning about the American judicial system, and I'm trying to like every day I'm trying to learn something new about America. And because the thing that's really kind of stressing me out about America is that like it's annoying to the more I learn about like investments and stocks and like money markets and crap like that, the more I learn about these things, the more it just sounds like gambling to me. And the more it sounds like gambling to me, the more it just sounds like this is the biggest way. This is the most on point way to become rich in America. It's through investments and money markets and stock market and all this other crap. But at the end of the day, it just sounds like gambling. You're putting your money into something and essentially praying that it works out. And it's like this is how people this is like a way that people get rich. So it's kind of sad to me that like in America we don't like you can't work your way into financial freedom. You know what I mean? You can work a job and not become a millionaire or a billionaire. You know what I mean? But you can like put money into the money market and now money is coming your way. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like America. It makes America feel like one giant casino, especially because people love to say, people love to like exacerbate the whole opportunity thing. People love talking about opportunities. But opportunities is just gambling with a nice suit on. You know what I mean? Because opportunities is just a chance. It's a like you got the opportunity to try, which is kind of weird. It's like you didn't get an opportunity to become rich. You got the opportunity to try to become rich. You didn't get the opportunity to become successful. You got the opportunity to try to become successful. If you got an opportunity to try to become successful, then that's gambling. Because it wasn't a guarantee. It's not, get this opportunity and you will become successful. It's get the opportunity to get the interview. You know what I mean? The interview where you could either get told yes or told no. That's gambling. And it just really feels like the more we talk about these things, the more we push this idea that gambling is life, it just gets more frustrating. Because like people's lives should not be a gamble. People should be like, there should be things that should be like guaranteed to people, like food, a place to live, healthcare, education, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? A home, especially out here in this heat. I was out here I was sitting in my car for like 20 minutes doing a podcast episode yesterday, and I started sweating. 20 minutes. That's 10 minutes and another 10 minutes, and I started sweating. Because it's hot. And it's only going to get hotter tomorrow. What is going on? So there's that, man. It's just wild to me. We really do kind of just need to, like people aren't gambling opportunities. People aren't chips. People's lives are not gambling chips for you to play with. People are out here dying in this heat because they have to protest to get air conditioners in their work vehicles. That's the UPS thing. I'm just throwing that out there, man. It's just wild to me. But yeah, though, I like to freeze water. I like to freeze water inside the thing, thaw it out, so that way it has an ice cube inside the thing. It's already all it does is just melt and coat and ice the water. That's just a little quirky thing I do. But yeah, though, man, that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of wild to me that this is kind of happening. But yeah, my podcast once again is anchor.fm/Unbalanced Discussions. I'm probably going to put it down at the description below or over there, whichever where it is now. I seriously do hope that it gets some listens. I'm trying to go internet viral so I can like just get a place. At this point now, I'm trying to go internet viral so I can like get a place to live. So please hook a brother up, because if I become successful, then I'm going to do everything in my power to help out everybody who got me there. Speaking of which, thank you to 350 subscribers. It really it's really helpful. It really shows that people actually care about what I'm saying. hopefully 350 subscribers means 350 eyes on my videos. Just saying. But yeah, thanks again for watching and or listening, and that'll be it, guys. Love, peace, happiness, and safety to every single person out there, and don't attack a group of black people in Montgomery, Alabama. But also, let's reciprocate that same energy for the polls next year. Be easy. And also, spread love, not hate.